A Winter's Tale. Are we all sitting comfortably? Yeah, then I'll begin. It was Christmas Eve in Bunbury. As the snow and the wind whistled around the chimneys of old Hoban's cottage, little Rajbun was snuggled up in his bed. Soon the little bunny's eyes were closed and he was tumbling into dreamland through a flurry of snowflakes. "Have a safe trip, play well, and make sure you're back by Christmas Day," shouted old Hoban. The time had come for the bunburies to play the Kiwis in far-off Squawkland and reunite with their old chum, Martin Crow. "I'll have your favourite mince pies ready in the oven," said Mary Hoban. Hey, and don't forget the carrot cake, boomed Buntham. And with that, Golden-Hair Gower started up the Bunnymobile and the Bunbury cricket team zoomed off into the wintry red sun. Flying over Australia, Dennis Lettuce and Rodney Munch looked down on their beloved Brisbane and Melbourne. "Not this time, Denno. We've got to polish off those Kiwis." Inside the Bunnymobile, the players snoozed as Buntham manned the controls. Suddenly the craft veered off to the right. "Oh, what is going on, Ian?" cried little Rajbun. "I don't know, Raj, but we're being pulled away by some mighty force," said Buntham, fighting to keep the craft on course. The Bunburys crowded around Buntham as they hurtled through the night, helplessly out of control. Crunch! The Bunnymobile landed in a crash-bang wallop. Graham Dilbunny opened the door, letting in a mighty blast of cold air. "Hello, my name is Bob Sleigh, and this is my partner, Captain Edward Darcy. Welcome to Antarctica." "Antarctica? Antarctica? You must be joking, man," cried Viv Radish. "Certainly not, old boy. You've been dragged off course by the magnetic South Pole." "You're not the only ones, as you can see," replied Bob. Sure enough, the pole stood in a junkyard of battered vehicles. "Hey, look, Graham, you've got some friends here," chortled Alan Ram. Pooch looked around and saw some huskies. "The engine is badly damaged," said Crest Broadbun. "The Bunnymobile won't be able to fly in this condition." "Never mind," smiled Bob. "Come on, lads, hop on the sledge and we'll take you back to the camp. There's no place like home." Back in the camp, the Bunburys clustered around a welcome fire and exchanged stories with their new colleagues. From the low light emerged a motley gang of sea dogs, pirates and explorers. "Hello, senor. My name is Rifa McCoy and this is Panama Jack. We came from Bolivia and never went back." Gringo. "Darcy and I travelled here to save the whales and look after the seals," said Bob. "The trouble is, it's been blizzards every day and now we're really stuck." "God, you think you've got problems," sighed Golden-Hair. "We're meant to be playing our first game in Squawkland on Friday." Huddling together for warmth, the Bunburys tried to sleep. Then Rodney Munch stirred with a sudden start. What is it, Rod?" mumbled Lettuce. "What's going on?" "Cripes, mate. Am I imagining things or what?" replied Munch, rubbing his eyes. "I've just seen a little bloke wearing an evening dress." Go back to sleep, Rod. I reckon you've been sipping that carrot juice once too often." The following morning, Munch told his pals about his vision. "I think you all better come outside," said Emma Bunny. "Perhaps Rod wasn't dreaming after all." And there, outside, standing in rows, were hundreds of little chaps, all formally dressed. "Great Scott!" cried Golden-Hair. "Ah, a great man was Captain Scott," agreed the tallest one, waddling forward. "We remember him with great affection. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Eric, the Emperor Penguin." "Penguins? Penguins? Cripes! Well, that sure does take the biscuit," roared Dennis Lettuce. Penguin biscuits. Do you like that? Penguin biscuits there. "Eric, we need to practice," said Buntham. "We'll have to do our best on the ice." Well, back in Squawkland, Martin Crow had flown out to sea but still couldn't spot the English opposition. At night he would sit on the cliffs with his girlfriend Albatross, gazing sadly out over the waves. "Cheer up, Martin. By the sound of it, those Bunburys are pretty special. They're bound to show up, sympathised Alba. You know, Alba, I really miss them. They're my buddies. My, Alba, you do look pretty tonight. Under the stars, Martin put his wing around his loved one, who nestled deep into his feathers. Ah, Martin, I reckon you say that to all the gulls. Look, Alba, would you marry me? I think it's time to get fixed up with a special costume and take an early honeymoon. Meanwhile, the bunburys returned to their battered bunnymobile to get their kit, followed by Eric and his feathered friends. As Buntham bowled to Radish, the sound of applause echoed over the icy waters. "Woo, woo, 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 woo. Well played!" hooted Sammy and his seals, clapping their flippers and twiddling their whiskers. "Woo, woo, well played!" "Oh, dearie me, it's no good. Just look at the size of the ball," explained Rajban. "It's bigger than me." Sure enough, the ball had increased in size as it rolled along the snow. "If you teach us how to play," said Eric, "we'll show you how to keep the ball in the air." The patient penguins listened as the bunburys coached them. As the bunnies hit the ball, the penguins bounced it from beak to beak. "Here, man, what's up there?" said Viv Radish. "I didn't know that penguins could fly." All activity on the ice had stopped as everybody gazed in wonder at the two birds circling above. Eventually they landed. "I knew I'd find you," laughed the penguin, taking off the head of his costume. "Martin!" cried the bunnies in disbelief. "Hello, boys. Oh, it's so good to see you. I've given you up for lost. I want you to meet my girl, Alba." "Well, we won't be able to get to Squawkland, so we might as well play here," sighed Goldenhair. "We'll give you a game, Eric, and we'll open the innings," said Buntham grandly. "All right," agreed Eric, "just as long as we can bat until it gets dark." The bunburys toiled away for 24 hours. "Nobody told us it's the first day of the midnight sun," moaned Alan Ram. It was Eric the penguin's turn to bat. Proudly he shuffled to the crease and promptly whacked Buntham's first ball high into the sky. "Ah, beginner's luck, Eric," grinned Buntham as he watched the ball disappear into a cloud. And as the players waited for its reappearance, they heard a big voice boom out. "Not a bad catch for an old man." And with a swish and a roar, Santa Claus appeared on his sledge, pulled by his faithful reindeers. And beaming behind his white beard, he was clutching the ball. "What can we do, Santa?" asked Goldenhair. "You're our last hope." After a long pause, Santa strode forward thoughtfully, stroking his beard. "Tell you what, Eric, if you and your boys can get the bunnymobile to the ocean, I will tow it back to Bunbury. I've got to drop some presents off there anyway, for some old bloke called Old Hoban. Do you know him?" "You could say that," smiled Buntham. "Right," said Santa. "I'll see you later. Don't worry, I'll find you." And with that, he was on his sledge and gone. One by one, the penguins pecked away beneath the bunnymobile that was still firmly stuck in the ice. "Now we've made a hole, stand back, all of you," ordered Eric. To everyone's amazement, the bunnymobile was suddenly lifted high into the air. "Blow me down, he must have come from New South Wales," laughed Rodney Munch. "Scott, Amundsen, Shackleton, and now the bunburys," said Goldenhair proudly, hoisting the team flag on the pole. The bunnies silently stood to attention for 2 minutes. Their trusty vehicle dislodged with the help of Bob Sleigh and his friends, the penguins started to drag the bunnymobile and its furry passengers on the long, dangerous trek northwards. And in between the icebergs, the penguins pulled the bunnymobile through the chilly water until they finally came to the clear blue sea. "Over here, lads. Well done. You deserve some refreshments." The exhausted expedition looked up to see Santa Claus sitting outside Ice Flow's restaurant, eating a big strawberry ice cream. "Wake up, Rajban, wake up!" Slowly the little bunny woke from his slumber, only to see the faces of the bunburys at his frosty window. "Look, your bed is covered in snow," shouted Buntham. "You must have left your window open all night." "Oh, dearie me. And I thought I was dreaming," laughed Rajban. And just then, the face of Eric the penguin appeared at the window. "You certainly weren't dreaming, Rajban. Merry Christmas!" That's it, Winter's Tale.